Today's kettlebell circuit is an absolute killer. We're going through single side work, alternating work, and double side work of all of the big four movements. That's squatting, deadlifting, pushing, and pulling. This bad boy will take you a minimal amount of time if you can keep your rest period small. And if you layer multiple rounds of this circuit, you're gonna slap on muscle, you're gonna burn fat, and you're gonna feel great. So let's begin. All right, so we're going over a crazy complex where each exercise of the four, push, pull, squat, and hinge or deadlift, has 3 different exercises per round, trying not to put the bells down. Obviously, if you need to rest, you can. Form first, right? Don't want to put ourselves at risk. And we're gonna start off with pressing, we're gonna go to squatting, then we're gonna row, and you're gonna deadlift. And I have some backup weights here. My press is gonna be less weight, my press and my squat are gonna be a little bit less weight than my row and my deadlift, so I have my backup bells there just in case. Always cool to switch out bells during each exercise if you want, if one feels stronger than the other. So we're gonna get going. This is gonna take about 6 minutes per round, hopefully. So let's give it a go. So we're gonna start off with some single side presses. We're going 5 on each side. 3. And then we're gonna start seesawing or alternating sides. So onto the other side, and then we're gonna seesaw. 3. And then we're gonna do both at the same time. 5. 1, 2, 3. And I'm using 35-pound bells in each hand for the first 2 exercises. The first 2 movements, the pressing and the squatting. And then I'm gonna bump up for the rows and the deadlifts. Okay, putting them down. Just gonna shake out the arms and shoulders a little bit so I can get through all the squatting, hopefully without putting those bells down. So we're gonna start off with lunges actually, because we can do same side squatting pattern with a lunge. We're gonna move on to a Cossack squat, which will be an alternating one leg then the other, just like the pressing was for the seesaw press. Finishing with just straightforward bilateral squatting. So we'll rack them up. And if you don't like the rack position for these, you can always have them down by your side in the suitcase. I'll show you guys on the next side. So we'll move them down here if it's more comfortable for you. 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so we're gonna rack these back up. For your Cossack squats or modified Cossack squat, we're not going all the way to the ground. We're shifting our weight side to side, but coming up all the way in the middle. So you got a good rack. Wide stance, feet are slightly turned out. 1, 2, 5 to each side, alternating sides. And on to bilateral squats. If you need to take that break, take it. Then we're gonna get bigger bells and start rowing. All right. The bells are gonna go down. So I'm making a pretty big jump here. We're going to 53 pounds each for the rows. We're gonna do the same pattern that we were doing for the first 2 movements. One side and the other, alternating, and both at the same time. Here we go, I'll show you from the side. And as we alternate, I do want to get a little bit of rotation so we can mobilize our upper back a little bit during what we call a seesaw or gorilla row. Now we're both at the same time. Try to maintain the height of your head. Try not to stand up the whole time you do it. So you wouldn't want to row and stand up really tall. It's actually tough on the shoulders and the back. All right, so we're gonna move on to single leg deadlifts, to a walking kickstand deadlift, and then just a double RDL with the bells off to the side. So with a single leg deadlift, I encourage you, if you have two bells, to do this with both. If you need one, the easier way is on the same side of the working leg. So if my left leg is the working leg, bell will be on the left side, but I prefer two if you can do it. 5 on each side, alternating kickstand deadlifts, and then RDLs. 5 reps of each. And all the way up, all the way down on the last rep. Don't switch until you're at the bottom. Back leg is straight, front knee is bent. All the way down. Okay, so I'm gonna move these for the sake of showing you a kickstand deadlift, which is your back leg, your back heel is up off the ground. You're coming all the way up, keeping that heel off the ground. You're gonna take a step, you're gonna go down, up, step, heel, back heel is always staying off the ground. The walking movement should encourage that. So we've got 1 step. And I'm gonna have to turn around at some point. Everything else is the same about those deadlifts. And 5. And now we're just doing regular RDLs with the weight at the sides of our legs, about shoulder width apart, hip width apart with our feet. You do not have to touch the ground, but if you can maintain a straight back and get down there, great. If not, just keep your back straight and go down as far as you can. All right, guys, that is your 6-minute killer 4-movement circuit.
Thank you for watching today's kick-ass kettlebell workout. If you never want to miss another workout like this or other fitness and recovery ideas, please hit that subscribe button so I can continue to bring content like this directly to you. Thanks for watching.